When I found out I was a finalist for the Willie O'Ree Community Hero Award presented by Hyundai, my first initial thought was, wow, just kind of reflecting on kind of the impact I was making on some of the kids and the community here in Edmonton and around Western Canada. And I couldn't be more happy, and it was a wow factor, honestly.
I nominated Arjun Atwal because, quite frankly, he's the best South Asian hockey player that's ever come out of Edmonton, and people don't talk about him. And what he did in the game as a player commands respect. It shows kids that look like him or me that you can do it, and there's a way to do it.
I grew up in Edmonton, Alberta. I played U7 and 9 age groups, luckily at the highest levels I could for my age groups, and after that I was lucky enough to be awarded a contract in the Western Hockey League. I was very proud to be the first South Asian athlete out of Alberta to sign a Western Hockey League contract. I'll never forget that, and I finished off just last year actually at the University of Calgary. My inspiration for starting As One Hockey was giving back. My grandfather immigrated, obviously a huge change, different country, trying to settle his whole family. He never forgot that he needed to give back. Obviously, as an immigrant, it's very hard to come here and get settled. For me, that's something I really look up to him for. So As One Hockey started from a handful of BIPOC individuals, which is Black, Indigenous, people of color, parents coming to me and saying we need some guidance and really working towards that. The meaning of As One is togetherness. We want to grow the game as one. We want to grow together as one, and we want to inspire others as one. So it's really bringing as many people together as we can to the game of hockey and showing them that it's more than just going pro. There's so many life skills and so many opportunities it presents. It's snowballed since then. We do a lot of on-ice training, a lot of off-ice mentorship for kids struggling. Maybe they're facing some discrimination, or maybe they're just facing some challenges that any athlete faces. Hey buddy, how's it going?
I've been pretty good. We just came fresh out of a tournament.
And that was POE tryouts.
The competition compared to my normal season, I think it was pretty even.
There's significant barriers in my opinion, especially for BIPOC athletes. And that's why I started this program. That is the main reason. As a player, I realized that when I looked around at the higher levels I went, there was less people that were BIPOC descent. As a player, I really took that as a chip on the shoulder, and that really made me excel. However, unfortunately for others, maybe they would have a different mindset. Maybe they wanted to try a different field where there is more BIPOC representation and they're not such a minority. So for me, that's what really drives me. Hockey is a wonderful game, and I feel the more people we can get involved and attached to it, good things will come. I'm Coach Arjun. I'm the lead coach at As One Hockey. We're gonna do a 5-cone edge work drill. I'll just show you a little demo and we can get started.
Here's a kid that could still be playing professional ice hockey overseas, but made the decision to focus on his studies so that he's better equipped to build out a platform that can serve so many kids that look like us, so that they have an easier way to experience the game we all love.
Where was this As One type program when we were growing up? Great mentorship, but the doors that he's opening and the visibility that he's providing to these kids. It would have been amazing if we had that opportunity growing up.
Growing up on our team, I was probably one of the only one or maybe two South Asian kids of different color on a team. But to see it now grow, it's really huge for our community, definitely to have someone like Arjun stepping up and help bring our kids out of the shell for sure.
Now I want you to get into it here. I want you to sweat here a little bit. So you want to go outside, inside. You're all good enough. You don't have to go through simples too quick. Let's go. That's better, that's better.
They respect him like a professional player and a coach. The kids look up to him. He's kind of a role model in the community.
Arjun playing at a high level has gave his advice higher value and gave me more to look forward to becoming a better hockey player.
I feel like it brings diversity into the hockey world, and it gives me reassurance to know that he faced the same challenges I did as a person of color.
He served as a mentor for me because he showed people from our culture and color. If he can do it, I can do it.
Being bilingual, I'm fully fluent in Punjabi, and it really helps. It breaks barriers.
When I was 17 years old, at the end of my hockey career, I had a conversation with my dad. Am I gonna make the NHL? No, realistic. I was a AAA hockey player, so I hung it up. What I wish had happened is I wish that someone like Arjun had been around at the time to pick up the phone, call my dad, say, listen, uncle, you're not wrong, he's not gonna make the show, but there's a path to greener pastures and a lot of success. Maybe he gets a scholarship. Why don't we see how this plays out? That's the critical importance of being able to speak Punjabi. You can have those conversations and it suddenly allows them to enjoy an alternative perspective.
Pick it up and go again, man. We're all here for fun.
Hard out, hard out, hard out, hard out. Nice. Good job, Anik. My goal is to inspire. I want to make a huge impact, especially to grow the game. Not just BIPOC, all kids, that there's room for them in the game. Whether that may be as a player, as a coach, or a mentor, there is room for everyone. There's ways to get involved. And I really want everyone to learn on giving back to the community. I think that's huge.
I know Arjun gives back a lot because he's a proud Sikh, and one of the tenets of Sikhism is a philosophy called Seva, which is selfless giving to the community. And I know that a lot of the decisions he makes in his life are motivated just because he wants to do that, to show the path that he walked to all these kids in our community, to help them navigate it so that they could reach a better and further destination than he ever did.
Being associated with Willie O'Ree was obviously something you kind of dream of, especially being a lifelong athlete, a lifelong player. Now I can bring my culture into it just like Willie O'Ree did. It's truly an honor.